So today we are starting our Sunday sermon with, the Knicks rule. 53 years after the last NBA title, the Knicks are finally number one again, and they won 4 games out of 5 against the San Antonio Spurs. So well done, Knicks. Anyway, back to a proper sport now. Show the title card. Hello, welcome to today's Sunday sermon with me, Rick, on the Rick and Mandy channel. If you like your history, your pop culture, sport, etc., then please like and subscribe, click your notification bell. The Sunday sermon goes out every week when I can at 6 p.m. on a Sunday, obviously. And so let's get on with today's episode. Today was going to follow up to last week's shipwreck story, but I ballsed it up. Me being very unprepared as usual, and I just get to we went to Preston anyway. Went to the Harris Museum. Did a little, very very little in there, unfortunately, for what the plan of the story was. But they did have a makers market outside in the sort of near the cenotaph they have in Preston. That was nice, but very expensive. Lots of nice cookies and things, but no, too expensive. There was one guy who was selling prints of football teams, which I thought was quite cool because they were, like Man United, for example, they'd have the legends, Schmeichel, George Best, Cantona, etc. But they were all stood on little Sabutio stands. So that was a quite cool thing. But like I say, quite expensive for what it was. So that was a little trip to Preston yesterday. Obviously, eventually I will get myself sorted to do a story that I was going to do on that one. But today we'll talk about the World Cup. And as the title card shows, Tartan Army are on their way. They won 1-0 against Haiti. This makes Haiti a team that have still not got any points in the World Cup. They've not won a single game. So that was 3 in their first appearance in 1974, and of course, technically early hours, they lost. I thought there was going to be a trend, to be honest with you. Canada had never had a point, and they got a draw, and obviously Qatar also got a point. They apparently controversially drew their game with Switzerland, 1-1. Might have been offside. I've not seen it, so I can't really sort of say yay or nay. There we go. But Scotland are in a group with Brazil and Morocco. They also drew. I watched that one. Very high tempo game at first. But again, the heat really sort of brings it down. I think also because of the tempo of it, the sort of refresher break, the hydration breaks, as they call them, sort of bring the game a bit, slow it down. And then, of course, I think they don't really have that oomph to get going again with that stop. But we'll just have to see how it goes. They're obviously playing in quite high heats in those stadiums that they have over there. We should probably do a winter World Cup and just do it in Canada. That'd probably be all right. All playing with that old orange ball they had in the 1970s when it snowed. Right there. Sorry, I've got a cat here, Malibu. I'm just resting on my paperwork now, which is typical. Anyway. So the World Cup, England still aren't. We're on Wednesday. It's not been a good start so far. Apparently, we've had our training kit nicked. Who would nick the training kit? I don't know. And we've still got a German in charge of the team. Winston Churchill will be rolling in his grave. I just no, sorry. No, it's not about him being German, but I just don't think the guy himself fills me or anyone else with much confidence, to be honest. But we shall see how we progress. Yesterday's other game. Oh, there was a game this morning also. I think at about 5 o'clock in the morning. Australia, they won 2-0 against Turkey, which isn't too bad a feat, really. Turkey are quite a good side, even though they have only been in 3 times, I think. Turkey, I've not got that. Oh, now that babe. Oh, my beautiful torty. What are you doing, Baba? What are you doing? She's not happy. I tried to get the paperwork off her. She's like, no, don't want that. Oh, there we go. Flies. No, Australia have been in 7 times. It's obviously the 7th World Cup. And their best is obviously round of 16. Now, because the tournament's extended, I don't really know, obviously, once they've done the group stages, if there's a round of 16, or I think it gets cut down to 32 teams. I think it's 48 teams in it. Can't be that many. That seems so many. That seems too much. It's like nearly all the bloody countries in the world that have a football team. Well, apart from, Wales and Ireland. But, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, there's a bit of a talky one on, a bit of a waffle, unfortunately. Like I say, I will get back to recording. I think I need to let Mandy sort of pick a place and then go. Right, we'll go there. And we shall see how we get on with that. So I was watching the game yesterday, and oh my god, how annoying is it that before the kickoff they count down, and like this American house going 10, 9, 8. If I was a referee, I'd be like, fucking blow it, go. I'm not waiting for him to count down to 10. And then every goddamn change is announced as well, and it's like, and then it's halftime. Get your hot dogs. Get your nacho hats with cheese. Imagine Homer Simpson sat there. Nacho man. Yeah, but no, just as annoying. I said to my son last night, I was actually texting George, and I said I found someone more annoying than Gary Neville, and it's this guy doing the announcing over the tannoy. Oh dear! Oh, it's so bad. They just do not get it over there, do they? I think that's the problem. It's not their number one game in America or Canada, to be fair. I think theirs is ice hockey. So, they're not going to have that sort of feeling for it like we do. And they have to entertain themselves. Like every time there's a stop, they have to play bloody music as well. They were, I think they were playing music while they were having their refresher break. And just the fans know how to enjoy themselves at football. Not like Americans who have to be told how to enjoy themselves. You see a lot of videos on YouTube of Americans just in absolute shock at English fans chanting and stuff. So yeah, they just do not have that idea of the atmosphere that you have at football, I don't think, and that's why I'm not too sure why it's in America or Canada even. Mexico, fair enough. It's been in Mexico before, the famous 1986 Spider final with that huge. I think it was a camera, and it just looks like a huge spider on near the centre of the pitch. But there we go. We shall see how we get on. Anyway, games today: Germany versus Curacao. Yes, that's the name there, Curacao. Oh, hello again, Nalabu. Nalabu just walking off screen there for you. This is Curacao's first World Cup, and then later Netherlands versus Japan. So that'd be quite a tasty event, I would have thought. Japan aren't too bad. There's Mandy. Hi, Mandy. Yeah. Anyway, there we are. I think that'll do me for now. No one really watches me waffle on for 10 minutes anyway. So we shall see you next week. And bye for now. Take care of yourselves. As it's Sunday, of course, God bless. And God save England. Because I don't think we're going to do very well in the World Cup. See you later. Bye for now.